Welcome back, YouTube. General Soul back with Persona 3 Portable, and we are here for our next Tartarus run. For this run, we will be going through floors 65 to 89. Our goals is to reach the top floor of 89. We need to reach at least level 31 so that we can fuse all the personas that we need. There are 2 missing people, one on floor 69, one on floor 83. We need to complete request number 20, which is collect the old document 4, which is on floor 89. We need to complete request 18, which is to collect 5 relic fragments from Creation Relics. They only spawn on floor 65 through 77. You need to make sure you have request 18 active or they will not drop these relic fragments. We also need to complete request 19, which is to get 3 greasy gears from Wild Drives, which are the red shadows. They appear all throughout the block. Again, make sure you have request 19 on or you cannot get this trophy, or not trophy, this request done. You need to complete request 21, which is to get 1 bronze medal from a supreme hand. These are the gold shadows, and this was one of 2 requests that was the massive bastard that made this Tartarus run last almost 6 hours. Because I ran into about 7 or 8 gold shadows, and all but 2 of them ran before I could even get a turn. The first of the 2 that didn't run before I could get a turn dodged every fucking hit except for 1 and survived and ran away the next turn. The other one that didn't run is the one that I finally killed after I'd already made it to floor 89 3 times trying to get a gold hand. Alright, so right now I'm just clearing up some space and getting rid of some low-level personas to make some stronger ones. Another challenge we need is challenge 69, which you saw, which is to get a Onimaru Kunitsuya weapon, which is... This is where these weapons that come out of rare chests really become a pain in the ass in this game. Because you remember the Jujumaru, that spawned anywhere from floor 4 to 11 on the first block. Well, this weapon can only appear in rare chests that only appear on floors 69, 74, and 82. Which means you will want to, when you get to these floors, if there is a access point taking you back to the first floor, you will want to use that access point after you fully explored the floor and not found a rare chest. Go back in and keep doing that until there is no access point, and if you do not get a rare chest by the time you have made it to the top, now guess what? You're just going to have to run through the entire fucking block again. If you don't already have it, try to get a homunculus for request 30. They appear in rare chests in any floor that a rare chest can spawn. Request 23 is to create an Orthus with Dodge Slash. And request 29 is to create a Omisuno at level 33. We will get all those done. So, as you see, we are now in block 3. Some of these enemies may be enemies that we faced in the previous block, but I'm going to show them to show that these are enemies we face in this block. Also, by the time we get out of here, we need to, if you do not already have it, you need to get Valkyrie, which is the earliest strength persona you can get. Spoiler alert, we're going to start the strength social link after this. And you also want to get Eligor, which is the main reason you want to get to level 31, because Eligor is the earliest tower persona you can get. Which means after this run, we will have a tower persona for that social link, even though we're almost done. Alright, so this bad boy here, if I'm remembering correctly, is weak to lightning or wind. And as you see, it blocks slash. Yep, lightning or wind. Blocks slash, blocks piercing. So give it a Zeo. I meant give it a Garu and then an all-out attack.
Here's our chance for an all-out attack on the atom.
Now, another thing that I never did go to the police station to show, but after our trip to the beach, everyone's swimwear is for sale at the police station as a costume. And for some characters, it is the best armor that you can get, but the problem is they are the most expensive item to buy in the entire game. Even in-game weapons and armor that he will sell are not as expensive as these outfits. These outfits go for 300,000 each. So you might want to wait for a day where he is giving a discount if you want to buy those. I do go ahead after we get out of Tartarus and I buy the swimsuit for our main character because I never did see what it was she was wearing. I will just say she had the skimpiest outfit of all the girls. These guys are weak to fire, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. I'm not really paying attention to the screen. Yeah, Augie. What I end up doing about a good chunk into the Tartarus here is I don't care that Junpei has Augie. I have myself using Augie all the time, even if Junpei's in the party, because Junpei, as I've stated before, he is the worst magic user. He will never get a Augie spell that will hit multiple enemies, and he will not even get high level Augie spells. He'll stop at medium level. He's more of a physical attacker. Okay, these little coffin things, Crimson Relics, these are what we need for the relic fragments. Unfortunately, at this point, I do not have the challenge on me. Because I did the Olimar Kusa, the bronze medal, and the greasy gears first. The greasy gears are from those wild drives. I believe that's the wild drive right there. So it's not until I return back to floor 1 and turn in the request for the greasy gears that I finally do get the relic fragment request. I actually don't get 5 before I get to floor 78, because remember, these creation relics stop spawning after that at floor 78 and above, so I have to go back down to finish that request. So yeah, this run was not the smoothest. This Tartarus run was definitely not the smoothest. If it weren't for the fact that the game absolutely refused to spawn a rare chest on floors 69, 74, 82, and absolutely refused to let a Supreme Hand be killed by me, we would have gotten through this in about 3 hours. But it took another 3 hours for me to try and get a Supreme Hand killed and finally get a rare chest on one of those 3 floors that had the weapon I'm looking for. You can start getting like the best weapons you could buy at the police station can start spawning in chests here. So you may consider at this point not buying weapons for your party and just focus on armor for right now, because especially on male protagonist, I would buy everyone their best weapon, go into Tartarus, and I would get every single fucking weapon out of a chest. But again, at the same point, the chests are randomized, so you might not even get a weapon out of a chest. All right.
Enemies left.
The lustful snakes we did face in block 2, so basically what we have here is we have 2 enemies that are weak to ice and 2 enemies that are weak to fire. The ones that are weak to fire absorb ice, so fun, but the ones that are weak to ice do not absorb fire. So you may consider using fire on everything and then using ice on the lustful snakes.
Here's our chance. Let's get him. Get back here, you son of a...
All right, let's see. As you see, we're starting to get number 4 cards. As far as your should you pick the sword or the money first now? Okay, there, green dot, that is one of the survivors. So we're on floor 69 here, obviously. And this is where I'm going to actually go and turn in the request and make some personas. But as far as should you get the coin or sword cards first now, depends on the number. Number 4's money at this point can give you more money than a number 3 sword. But if they're the same number, if they're both number 4s, go with the sword. Alright, so registering some personas, because I know I'm going to be making some new ones here. Alright, so we are at level 28. Let me see what we've got. Well, we can make Sati. Sati is an awesome one. I still have Sati on me. Sati is a fire-based magician arcana. So once we got Sati, that's where I started saying, to hell with Junpei's fire. I will do fire in whatever other element I need to cover. And I wish I had one of these other challenges done, because the other level, there are 2 other level 28s we can make, but one of them is our request persona, Orthus. But yeah, Sati got Miragi, Aglio, and Medea, and everything else is just being added on, and then she's going to learn Diorama. I was like, hell yeah. She's done. She's learned all her skills. Awesome persona. I don't really need to dodge wind because she's not weak to wind, but honestly, I'm not going to be... Most battles you can just run away from. I don't nearly need that skill, so bye-bye. Okay. So, taking a look here. Yeah, a lot of things will make Sati. Oh, there's Satana, or Satanta. This one, as you see, is mostly a physical attacker, but it does have lightning. And once again, I don't need the ice. I don't need the ice boost. I'm not using ice. Okay, we will go with this. This is another one that I end up using at in-game, but I don't actually use it that much. But we will see it in action against some bosses. So it's not bad. It's just really it's a physical attacker that just happens to have a lightning spell. Let's get rid of that. No. The one spell we have, no. I'm not letting you change that. If you'd picked any other skill, maybe. Okay, now we need Orthus. Now I've got a couple of things that we can do for Orthus. I'm looking to see if there's maybe something that's not on my guide here. Not seeing him so far. So we're going to buy a couple of personas. So we want Legion and Titan. Now remember, we need Orthus to have Dodge Slash, which you see Legion has. So now we just need to find Titan. Alright, so make absolutely sure Dodge Slash transfers over. Titan, Legion, makes Orthus at level 28. I think at this point I'm like double checking. Is like Dodge Slash, which skill? Dodge Slash. So I was double checking that. I can't grab that request yet until I complete one of these others that I've got. So that means I will have to make absolutely certain that I do not get rid of Orthus or change Dodge Slash. And we've got Dodge Slash. Grab him. Alright, so once we complete one of these other requests, we can turn this one in. Woohoo! No. No. Like, I wouldn't mind if you were trying to change something that I didn't give a shit about, but whenever you're trying to change skills that I fucking need, no. Ooh, yeah, I just do not use condition spells. I don't care for that. I would rather do damage. Alright, so now I'm just kind of looking to get rid of some of my lower levels, see if I can make something stronger that I don't already have. Except everything that I could make, I already have on me, so... Well, taking a look at now at doing a triple. Well, the 3 lowest ones would make something that is too high level for me right now. So I guess we're going with this. Alright, here is the red shadow that we mentioned before.
There are 2 strong enemies. Attack! Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
So these are wild drives. They are weak to lightning. They hit hard. And this is, if it does it, surprising, because I was about to say this is something that kept happening every time I would try to use my Zeo on them. The one battle I show, it doesn't happen, but what would happen is I would do my Zeo, one would dodge every fucking time, so I had to use a second spell. Greasy Gear. Greasy Gear. Ooh. Yep, those are the wild drives, so we need like 2 more of those greasy gears. Kill Rush on Junpei that we just got is really good. This one's a rare monster, or rare shadow that we face. He is weak to Hama, which is light instant death. He nullifies Slash, and he is only weak to light instant death. But we charmed him, so he's not going to hurt us. So I need to find someone who has Hama. It's Mudo. Hamana. There we go. Power has Hamana, or Hama. So, since he's weak to it, he dies. We will be getting Persona users here soon enough that will have light and dark affinities. And don't worry, they will have other elements so that they're not just a one-trick pony. These enemies, I want to say they're weak to fire, but I may be thinking of a cousin of theirs. Nope, they are weak to fire. Okay, nullifies lightning. I kept thinking I was using Sati on those guys. Now, you may be asking yourself, why am I not using Aegis? when we get Igus, she is like 3 levels higher than everybody else. So, and as I said, I will be using my lower level characters first to get them leveled up. So we have 3 Furious Gigas or Hulk Hogans.
Be ready. I
And
sense
if my
a
laptop
strong
would quit
one.
trying to fuck with me, I could tell you things. Okay, do not use fire. Electricity is not very effective. They are weak to wind. They have no weakness or anything to any physical, and ice does normal damage. Just fire does nothing, and they're strong against electricity. They use strike attacks. Fatal In, which deals medium slash damage to one foe. Gigantic Fist, which deals heavy strike damage to one foe. Power Charge, which doubles their next physical attack.
Enemies automatic.
High Counter, so they have a 50% chance of reflecting your attack back to them, or back to you. They do Rebellion, which increases the critical hit rate of everyone in the fight. Not just like there. So everyone's got a higher crit rate. Our problem is if they high counter as we crit, we just critted ourselves. They also have Sukukaja, which raises one of their hit and evasion rates. So they hit more.
Here's our chance for an
They take, but they dodge more too. But bring Yukari and have a Magaru on your main character. Easy, easy, easy. All right, now back here. We finally completed a request. We got the greasy gears. So we get 2 King of Wands, which again, these are some of those stat increasing items for personas. Let's quickly, if I grab that first, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Okay. I do understand what I'm doing here, because I'm running out of floors. So I need to get that real quick, and I've been running into those often. But yeah, I should have grabbed the Orthus and got that one done. Okay, so now we can make level 29. Level 29, there are 3 personas. This is one of them. Kusimatama. Then we got 2 more. Let's see. Oh, there's one of them, but it takes up Orthus. And oh, there we go. We can make it that way. Jikoten. Yeah, you go with that one. I do want to survive dark, since he is weak to dark. Survive dark is if he does get hit with the dark instant kill spell, he'll survive it. Once per battle. Okay, now we need this last one. There he is. Right there at the bottom. We're just going to have to get rid of Jikoten and make Genbu. I kind of like that. We're going to have a heal. We're going to have a light instant kill for all enemies. And we got a stronger ice spell. Hell yeah. So that was actually the easiest time of making all the new personas that we've had. Awesome. And we have survived dark, even though we're not weak to dark. Alright, me Patra, there we go. And that is everything that I can make right now. Now I'm just kind of looking to see what I can make with lower levels, and it would make a Sati, which I still have. So, nope. Alright, now that we've done with that mini-boss, we got some new enemies. The beetle, I believe, is new, but these others, I believe we've faced before. They are weak to, I want to say, dark? Nope. Looks like it's lightning. Or pierce. No, they're weak to pierce. That's what it is. They're weak to pierce. I can't remember if they're weak. Actually, this grouping here, the beetle is weak to wind. So this entire group of those two Mayas and this beetle is just screaming, Yukari, take them out. Thankfully, it's not too resistant to physical attacks. Alright, so we need wind. Do I have a single target Garu? No? Really? I don't. There we go. Forge. Because I'd rather use just Garu and not Magaru. Save some MP. Or SP. Sorry. Sorry. Alright, grab that XP for me, because I already have that persona. Alright, now we're going to be able to make level 30 personas whenever I get back. There are 3 level 30s that we can make, and one of which you have to have completed a challenge to be able to make. Alright, I think 2 new enemies. The dancing couple there, I forget what they're called. It is weak to dark. And the bird is weak to lightning. While the tower has no weaknesses. So yeah, the dancing couple is weak to dark, so Mudo. While the tower, you just want to go at it with physical attacks. Definitely don't hit it with fire. It blocks fire, the tower. And yeah, the eagle here is weak to lightning. There you go. Don't do wind, it drains it. Have Akihiko go at it and sit the fuck down. Ooh, they're pretty defensive. Okay, so I do know I have Mudo. Where is right there?
Only one enemy left.
Die. Take that sword. At this point, I'm not really going out of my way too heavily to get personas, because I'm doing pretty good with my personas right now. Alright, so we have these guys. I don't think I've shown these. I want to say... fire? Nope, ice. I was thinking ice, and then I started double guessing, so... And of course, we get told that they're weak to ice after Mitsuru went. Well, he's scared, and he's going to try and do something to us. That failed. Alright, so, Bufu.
The shadows are getting stronger as well.
Alright, now we can make level 30 personas. And check our requests. We have not completed any. Need to register before we make. So as I said, we have 3 level 30s, one of which we cannot make if we had not done a challenge last Tartarus trip. Or was it last Tartarus trip, or was it after the full moon? Either way, within the last couple of videos, we got the ability to make this persona. Alright, so once we've got them registered, let's see what we can make with what we've got right now. 30, nothing. Fortuna, nothing. Satana, nothing. Ginbu, nothing. Shisa. Okay, this is going to be our next request persona. Remember, after we do Orthus, we need this persona to reach level 33. I'm trying to get rid of the ice boost because, as you can tell, it's not using ice magic. Stop giving me... I'll take that. Don't really need the... didn't take it. I should have taken it. Because since I didn't, now I'm getting ice boost. No. No, I don't need ice boost, god damn it. You're not giving me an ice spell. Stop giving me ice boost when I don't have a fucking ice spell. Take it. Just take it. Take it. Really, they should not give you a boost for an element that you're not using. Unless they're going to give you that element, no. So, with the amount of work we have done to Chariot, getting this guy to level 33 is no problem whatsoever. That should be no issue. There's 32. And there's 33. We just got to turn in Orthus first. Alright, there's King Frost. This one is the one that if you do not have not done that one challenge, I forget which one it is, you cannot make this persona. Of course, I now have one that uses ice, and you do not want to give me ice boost. I do want the Rebellion. Yeah, I know. I just used up a persona that I need for a challenge. I'll buy it back. No problem. But yeah, King Frost. We don't have Mitsuru. This is my ice persona. Very good persona. And it's the first one that gets Growth 1. So there's 3 levels to Growth. Growth 1, personas that you're not currently using will get 25% of the XP of all other personas. Growth 2, they get 50%. Growth 3, personas you're not using might as well just be personas that you're using because they get the same amount of XP. Okay, so we have one more level 30, and I'm going to have to buy some personas. Which one am I doing? Okay. There's several different ways of going about with Huapo, and I think what I end up grabbing here doesn't work, so I have to go with another one. Impuza, I think I see what the issue is. So, which one did I end up buying? Because I see where I got confused here, because on the guide it lists 2 possible fusions that use Hoapo and Impuza, and unfortunately one of those doesn't actually work. And I think that's the one that I grabbed first. Which is Narcissus. This one doesn't work. Instead of Narcissus, get Kusimatama. That one will work. As you quickly see, this one makes Sati. So I'm like immediately like, oh, that one don't work. So now I need to get rid of one. But definitely, and I'm looking back at the guide and I'm saying, okay. So it looks like I should have got Kusimatama, which I might be able to just make. I'm not sure. So I need to get rid of some low levels so now that I can get a Kusimatama. Narcissus. I still have a Sati. All right, we'll do Legion and Narcissus to make room. So yeah, this persona is specifically just to make room to make our last persona that we can make right now. So going back to the compendium, we want to buy Kusimatama. Kusimatama is fortune. Yep, there he is. So go back to fusion, do triangle, triangle. Kusimatama, Impuza, and Ho'opo make Yatagarasu. And that's everything we can make right now. Alright, I think at this point now I'm just looking to get rid of some of my low levels to make some room. Ho'opos is a very useful persona apparently because it's being used in a lot of fusions. So let's go ahead and make one. But now that we've got that persona, or these personas, one level away from reaching the highest rank we want for mostly to get the tower card, or tower persona. If we could get the crap that I'm trying to get for challenge requests right now, I would be done. Fucking golden shadows in that weapon. Spoiler alert, this will not be the last time we go through Tartarus and they pull that crap with a rare weapon that is only able to be gotten on a rare chest that only appears on 3 specific levels. Alright, so we are back again and we have finally completed the Relic Fragments request. Woohoo! From people's feelings, huh? Well, you know what my feelings are about them? Land badge, that will actually heal some HP every turn. So I have not gotten rid of Orthus at all, so we immediately complete that request. Oh? What is it? Oh, we got a Winter Yukari costume. Cool. Alright, so now it hasn't hit me yet that I have made that persona. So kind of looking to see what I need to make it, not realizing I have made it because I'm like, that sounds familiar. And then I look at the Persona Compendium and I look around to see if I've got it. And yeah, there he is right there. So we just rebuy him. And that turns in that request. It's very easy to get this request whenever it's just like, hey, just get it to a certain level. Okay. So we get a machine core. Okay, now with that, all we have to do, don't worry about Black Frost. That's going to be a little while. We need to kill one Supreme Hand, which won't happen until I reach the top. Get the old document, which is going to be the next one I complete. And then get that weapon from a rare chest on one of those 3 floors, which turns out to be the last thing I'm going to get. After 6 fucking hours. There is our guy here on floor 83. This is the last person we need to rescue. Two floors away from our next mini boss. Let me quickly just heal up. And I think we've leveled up here. Let's see. Yep, level 31. We again have 3 personas, but we were about to get a trophy here. So we're going to make a Loa. So I could live without the electric amp, but okay. But here is the trophy. This is a mistake. The nose doesn't always know trophy. Pops right there. So whenever it does that, you'll know it's a mistake because it will not let you skip the scene of the fusion. So immediately if you try to skip and it doesn't let you skip, you have a mistake. First time that happens, that's a trophy. I'm surprised it took this long for me to get that trophy. But we're going to try again to make a Loa. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. There's only two level 31 enemies. And the other one, remember, is Eligor, which is the first tower persona. We don't really need a Loa since we death levels up automatically. But this actually would be a better Loa than the one I was going to make. Definitely need that survive light. Alright, so Eligor is a little picky to make. Let's see. I'm looking to see... because it looks like it can only be made from triple fusion. So I'm looking to see... Nigimatama can be used for a fusion for it. So that's why I made Nigimatama. We're going to buy the other 2. So we want to buy, well, first, let's, I should have done that first. How many awesome ones die? Just lose because I went right into fusion. Anyway, we want to get a Oberon and a Valkyrie. There's Oberon. Then once we find Valkyrie, which is a strength persona. There we go. And when we do a triple fusion with them, that will make Eligor. Well, it looks like I had to buy a Nigimatama too. That one a Nigimatama that we made? Thought it was. Okay. Oh, it was a Kusimatama. So there is Eligor. I do not need the ice boost. God damn it. I don't want the ice boost. I don't want the ice boost. This entire playthrough is just going to be, I don't want the ice boost. Not on a persona that's not using ice. So we'll go with that one. And there we go. Ooh, Maraga. Oh, a medium level fire spell that will hit all enemies. Nice. Dodge ice will be useful. That's why we don't need the ice boost, because We're not using ice. We're weak to it. Alright, cruel attack. No. Cruel attack hits one. No. We'll get rid of single shot. Okay. That is all personas we can make at the moment. When we hit level 32, there's 2 more we can make. Alright, so we are seeing this screen because we are at the last mini-boss, floor 85. So for this one we have one Fanatic Tower. This tower is strong versus slash and pierce. Takes no resistance or weakness to strike. It repels fire, ice, and electricity. So basically, you want to use strike and wind against this thing. So thankfully, Aegis has strike skills. Aegis, okay, so where Aegis becomes very useful, especially at in-game, is that she will have ally boosting spells. And she will also has a lot of physical attacks. Akihiko has enemy debuffing spells with lightning attacks. So those two, in a lot of people's minds, are essential for in-game. Yukari is your best healer, so a lot of people will go with best party in-game is Yukari, Aegis, Akihiko, yourself. For some parts, I will use that party, but for some parts, I'm going to just use whatever I want. So, since this thing resists or repels or resists most everything, I'm just going to essentially have everyone use strike skills and pray for a critical hit. Actually, I am looking for the King Frost for Rebellion. I'm trying to boost the odds of getting that critical hit. I could have had Aegis use Ogia mode. It's not like how it is in Persona 3 Reload, where it's... Damn it, last night I remembered the name of what it's called, but I can never remember it whenever I'm doing commentary. It's essentially like a limit break. I cannot remember what it's called. But anyway, instead of it being like that, where as she does damage and takes damage, she builds it up, you would just go into the tactics when you're the main character, go to her tactics, and turn it on, and then she's basically for 3 turns in Berserk mode, where she just does her own thing. The main problem I have with Ogira mode in this is after she's done, there's still the 1 turn where she can't do anything. She loses a turn. But then she goes immediately back to default free action. Like, she can do whatever she wants. So you have to go back in to put her back on direct commands. So we're at the top, floor 89. We got the old document 4. So we still need that gold shadow and that weapon. So turn in the old document. Now you notice that I didn't say we had goals for any money. So any money we get now is just a bonus. Still want to get a lot, especially if you're going to be buying a lot of personas or if you want to buy some of these costumes. So still try to get as much money as you can. So yeah, we still need these two because the gold shadows, as I said, every time I ran into them, they ran before I could even get a turn. So here we are. This is finally the 8th gold shadow I have run into in this block, and the first one that fucking let me kill it. 1-2 fights before this one let me hit it and then ran away. This is the one that I was able to kill. Because the first challenge is he gets 2 turns and he has to stay for those 2 turns. And then Mitsuru decided, I'm tired of this bullshit, and hits it. And I can guarantee it was not weak to slash whenever I hit it the one time. We finally got a bronze medal, so I didn't get a Neil weapon. And then finally, after hours of searching, I finally got a rare chest on one of the floors and got that weapon. Now, unfortunately, it looks like I either did not record me getting the reward for killing the gold shadow. Our reward for that is the lacrosse stick, which I think I ended up selling because I think I had better. But anyway, and this one with the sword, what do we get? Three opals. Not really worth the headache. But we are finally done with this run of Tartarus that took me 6 hours to do. Aren't you glad that I cut all that down to 52 minutes? Anyway, we're at level 32, mostly because after the gold shadow, I just ran from every battle so that I would probably be like level 35 if I had to fight everything still. So I'm going to get rid of anything that I know I don't need, if I can. But in the meantime, I am going to end this video here. If you're enjoying the walkthrough, drop a like. Feel free to subscribe for more. If you feel like making a donation to the cause, there is a link in the description to buy me a coffee. It is not required. It is always appreciated. And I will see you guys next time as we get ready for the full moon operation. See you then.
Oh.